Alright. Van build fixie uppy part 912. I know it says it's for a car, but I think it'll do. It's a van backup camera. Check this out. Alright. Now, do I know how to install this? Are you kidding? Of course I fucking don't. Seems pretty simple, right? Camera, cable 1, cable 2. As you can see here, there's wires. And we're gonna attempt to follow these directions, which is probably not gonna work out at all, but we're gonna try it anyway. So what I'm reading is that this is the power cable, right? Okay. And then this red wire goes to the positive of the reverse light in the back, and the black goes to ground, like a normal circuit. This is the video input to the back of your radio TV thing, or whatever. The red, I think, goes to the reverse light again. I don't know. Hold on. Yeah, it says to... Yeah, I guess I have to put those both together and the reverse light thing. I don't even know how that's gonna work. That's not even long enough. Thinking, obviously, the license plate isn't in a normal spot on a van. It's not. Yeah, so I'm not trying to put it there. So I'm thinking, put it on the bumper, right about said spot. I just need to get self-tappers, and we'll be set. Alright, there's been a change in plans. So, I was thinking, and I don't think that this is the greatest spot to put the camera, because then again, I have to hide the wires, and those will probably just get destroyed. So, I'm thinking, I ended up getting a piece of stainless, something that I can make a bracket out of, and then under the bumper, there's an angled piece of metal, so I'm thinking I can make a bracket directly under and come like directly where this tire is and just face out. I'll probably try to have it flush with the bumper itself, almost, kind of, maybe. I'll think about it, depending on how good I am at metal work, which is, you know, never done it, so probably not very good. Couldn't tell you how I'm gonna get the bends to be identical because I don't even have a vise in my garage. So I guess we'll figure out how this goes. Alright, so what I'm thinking, right, is I have these two holes already, right here and right here. So I'm thinking if I have one piece coming down and then I'll bend it out to be straight, same thing on here, and then I'll just put a connecting piece across both sides to make it stronger, I guess, whatever. And then I'll actually mount the camera to that connecting piece across, and I guess we'll see how that goes. This is not ending very well. Alright, that definitely could have been cut a lot better, but whatever. I have myself pre-set up here, so what I'm going to do is drill a hole, probably in the very middle of all this stuff, and that's where it's going to be mounted to the bumper. So how I'm going to do that is I'm going to have small bit, medium bit, big bit, and I'm going to throw this bolt through it. As far as I know, that is bigger than whatever. I hope this drill bit actually works. I use it for my swing arm. It's probably the most dull blade ever. Or bit, whatever. Good old center punch, just shazam, and then we'll be chilling. This is probably anything but a center punch, but it's fine. Ow, fucking hot. Oh, whoa, jeez. Look at that, perfect hole. Nice. Is it centered? Are you kidding? Of course not. I built it. Alright, so before I had been bending these already, but then I realized that that's an awful idea. So what I'm going to do instead, I realized it was an awful idea because if I bent one and then the other one wasn't the same, then I'd just be stupid and screw it up anyway. So I'm going to make the piece that separates them. I've already made up the hole on each one to drill out. Then I'm going to put a cross piece for the actual camera and then go from there. I'll probably bend the bracket after that, hopefully, and hopefully they'll be the same because I'll just have them on the edge of like some similar object that will allow me to smash it with a hammer and bend it. Did I just break my drill bit? What? What the fuck? Are you kidding me? I broke the drill bit! What? Why couldn't the other one be that fast? You know what? Maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to throw on some safety glasses or something, because clearly I'm not very good at this and stuff keeps breaking. Sick. Talking about. So I can take off these fly safety glasses. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so the holes on the van are 11 inches apart. 11 and 1/8, give or take, whatever. So I cut a piece to 13 and now I'm gonna measure out 11 between these two pieces up here. Or no, I'll probably just measure out 11 between these two pieces here, because that would make the most sense. And then I'll mark them on this bottom piece, and then I'll drill holes there so we can just line it all up and shit. Is that the middle? Not really. Is that the middle? Looks like it. Now that's spot on right there. Alright. I think that'll do. There we go, Jesus, only took 8 years. Oh, nice and not centered, let's go! Ladies and gents, look at this bracket! Shazam! Throw the camera right about here. It'll be meant. Something like that. Through, right? Obviously. Washer. And a nut. Hello and welcome to my guide on how to cut a bolt. It's like an M8 something thingy-mabobber. I don't even know. Alright, so what you gotta do, right, is grab your tap and die set. Grab the correct size bolt. Insert. And then throw it on there. Grab said bolt and tap kit. Insert bolt into tap. Or die, whatever the fuck it is. Alright, 85 years later I finally got it cut, so now you just undo it from the tap. And it should correct itself. Look at that. Only took 45 years to cut it though. No, it's actually not that bad. I do want to chop these off though, when we're all done. I mean, it's not that far off from level. It's a little bit messed up, but obviously I can adjust the camera accordingly on this. Put it at a little bit of an angle, and then call it a day, I guess. I mean, it's on there. Ladies and gents, check out the mount. Fresh cut cross to get rid of the extra. Same thing over here. Totally was not off on my cut or anything. I totally didn't use the Sawzall to cut anything. I don't know who in their right minds would do that. So I'm gonna throw it back on and then mount up the... Ah, son of a seahorse. I didn't mean to do that. Well, I know this actually rusts, so I might paint it. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. Alright, now it's time to run some cables. Alright, so we're gonna go from here-ish. Probably tuck it up along underside the bumper because it's kind of like a spot, but there's actually already a cable there, so I'm just gonna go up there. And then I'm probably gonna go all the way through the bottom on the driver's side and then come up through the rear floor thing in the driver door. I have the thing out now. You can see the cable for the e-brake comes up right here. So I'm thinking either just jam it up right next to it, then shove the e-brake up again, or drill a new hole, and I'd prefer not to drill a new hole. That's just me though. But if I have to, then I will. And then I'll probably just flex seal this or something, I don't know. All right, it's time to wire up the camera light to the brake light, or reverse light, whatever you want to call it. Honestly, I've never taken off a tail light before. Actually, I've never really worked on a vehicle before, to be honest. It looks like we got some Torx bits that aren't rusted, so they might actually come off. Nice. Not bad. Also not bad. My aim is bad. That's for sure. Alright, not too shabby. Just wait for these to just drop all over the ground, I guess. Oh, they stay in there. Nice! Alright, so I believe this is our reverse light here. Bottom one, I would hope, is bring our wire up through here somewhere. I can't see in there. Is there anything down there? Alright, so I can't find any spot to throw the wires into. So what I think I'm going to do is drill a hole directly. Oh nice, I can't even fucking reach it. With this power cable, right, we have to bring that to the brake light. But obviously, this is not the length we need to bring to the brake light. So what I did was I just found some speaker wire that I coiled up before as extra for my speakers in my garage. So I just cut those off, so now I don't have a working stereo system anymore in my garage. Have to fix that later. Is splice these together. Doesn't seem like it's coming out, so call that a success. Alright, after making an actual head on my snake here, we're all set. Nice, I got my speaker wire caught in the door. Love to see it. Alright, everything is all crimped together. This is probably going to fall out, but I don't really care. I'll fix it later when it actually breaks. I'm going to put the taillight back on and probably go back inside because it's starting to rain. I think now what I'm going to do is I have zip ties here. I think I'm going to bring this cable exactly along where the e-brake cable is or somewhere, and then just start zip tying it all the way through till I get to the driver door. Had to be a little bit of customizing that hole to get it through. But we're good, and now it's actually not good because I wrapped it in the camera. Nice. Alright, so first upgrade for the van. It's gonna be stereo system, obviously. Hello. I have no idea what company this is, but I don't really care either, as long as it works. It's an about bit 7-inch something, double din. I don't know, it's just a stereo and it's touchscreen, blah blah blah. It's probably better than the one I have in my truck now. I hate the one that's in my truck now, actually, because every time I go past volumes, every like increment of 7, it's like the pacer test. You'll literally be running and then you'll be like ding, ding, and then 7 will come and be like dong, and then it's like the same thing with the one that's in my truck. For some reason, the volume will crank up at 7, or normally from 1 to 6, and then once it hits 7, it's like an increment of like 5. This is what it looks like. I'm pretty sure it'll fit in the van without any cuts or anything. Like, that's pretty small, so it's definitely smaller than the one that's in my truck now. So I'm assuming it'll fit in there, no problem, I hope. Got an amp kit. I'm actually going to be transferring the amp from my truck to the van, but I wanted to leave all the wires and stuff in there in the truck to just, I don't know, I didn't feel like ripping them all out. It's just so much easier if I don't. Now for speakers, I was on Crutchfield and these were on sale, and turns out they have like 100 watt RMS. So I went these, and then they fit, obviously. They are Pulp DBs, Dibs, fucking, I don't know. And then it came with all the adapters and stuff for free, so that's pretty cool. Alright, this looks like the most non-stable way I could mount my camera, so I think that'll do. I have butt connectors, have the adapter, and I have the actual cables that plug in to the back of the stereo. Change settings on the camera, and I hope that doesn't sound like ear rape right now, but I guess we'll find out, right? Go on the bottom. There you go. Alright, test number 1. Can see you in the reflection, bitch.
Wait, it's Mikey V. I get it. We're both the same way right now. We just wanna.
Oh! Wow, this thing really quiets that down. Fuck. I didn't know that. We're all set here. For sure.